most relevant question today. Now that the man retire, people spitting fire, and every talking head having their say. For in this makes a plan that we call Trimbago. Many times it does just boil down to race. They say that one side like African and the next prefer East Indian, but this way of choosing leaders is a disgrace. Hear why? Because a leader must help his country to rise.
A good leader
be able to relevant question today. Now that the man retire, people spitting fire, and every talking head having their say. For in this makes a plan that we call Trimbago. Many times it does just boil down to race. They say that one side like African and the next prefer East Indian, but this way of choosing leaders is a disgrace. Hear why? Because a leader must help his country to rise.
A good leader
be able to relevant question today. Now that the man retire, people spitting fire, and every talking head having their say. For in this makes a plan that we call Trimbago. Many times it does just boil down to race. They say that one side like African and the next prefer East Indian, but this way of choosing leaders is a disgrace. Hear why? Because a leader.
The information provided by the speakers and or presenter on Facebook and YouTube is for general informational purposes only. All information is provided in good faith. However, Constructive Talk makes no representation or warranty of any kind, express or implied, regarding the accuracy, adequacy, validity, reliability, availability, or completeness of this information. The information provided by the speakers and or presenter on Facebook and YouTube is for general informational purposes only. All information is provided in good faith. However, Constructive Talk makes no representation or warranty of any kind, express or implied, regarding the accuracy, adequacy, validity, reliability, availability, or completeness of this information.
You give your hand to me and let me say hello, and I can hardly speak. My heart is beating so, and everyone can tell. You think you know me well, well you don't know me.
Hey guys, I am Nigel O'Connor, a singer for all seasons. I am that voice that moves you for every occasion. I am that voice that celebrates life moments one note at a time. I am Nigel O'Connor. You can contact me at 783-0054 or 754-3154. And oh yes, that's me singing in the background.
Nowadays I'm not speaking songs.
Trinidad, it's back for 2 nights only. The explosive hit comedy stage play by Alan Charles. Why Didn't I Get Married? It's not good for a man to be alone. But what about the black woman? Is the church guilty of keeping women single? Or is there really a man shortage? Come laugh, cry, and think at a show that's more than a play. It's a conversation, not for the easily offended. Saturday, 1st November, 7 p.m. at USC Auditorium, Maracas, St. Joseph. Sunday, 9th November, 6 p.m. at Sapa, San Fernando. Tickets for the USC campus, $200 in advance, $225 at the door. Tickets for Sapa, $225 in advance and $250 at the door. Get them at USC campus, A&A Pharmacy Board of Spain, Maranatha Bookshop, San Fernando, Living Legacy Pharmacy Arima, or online at theticketsellers.co.uk. Why Didn't I Get Married? Don't miss the comedy that everyone will be talking about. Brought to you by the University of the Southern Caribbean and Focus Arts Promotions.
I recall more than 3 decades ago, a senior telecommunications manager, let's call him Michael. And Michael was assigned to the task of presenting the government's position at a regional conference. Michael struggled and visibly trembled, especially since he presented after the retired North American ambassador, who had the audience in stitches, laughing up every word. I'm Dr. Madonna Dodd. And I made a silent vow then to help people like Michael, who are technically competent, but who struggle and succumb to fear when speaking in public. Now, as a communications architect, I partner with organizations and individual leaders to transform their leadership presence, including the way they express themselves. So, if your goal is to amplify your authentic voice, influence others, and lead with confidence, join me from October 28th to November 11th for our Communicate with Confidence online course. To all the Michaels, it's possible to overcome fear, step fully into your role, and lead with confidence.
During our 3 weeks course, I gained a lot of knowledge and insights on how to communicate with confidence using the different techniques and skills taught. Another thing that resonated for me is the fact that the same way singers prepare their voice, increase their lung capacity by eating healthy, doing the necessary breathing exercises, is the same way someone who is going to present should also prepare their voice. For persons who are interested in participating in this course, I say go for it, because you too will be able to find your coping skills, or how the runners and they just psych up themselves when they're on the start line before they start to be focused to finish that race. You would be able to find your coping mechanism.
Question today. Now that the man retire, people spitting fire, and every talking head having their say. For in this mixed up land that we call Trinbago, many times it does just
this letter is just for you. My intention was to give you this letter when election was true. But since Dr. Rowley was stepping down, I figured I couldn't wait. I'm reading it now.
I'm reading it now.
Before it's too late.
Before it's too late.
I hear people say the PNM wasting the nation's time. I hear people say the UNC go scrape every last dime. And some couldn't choose between bad and worse, so I had to write this plea for the next leader of this country.
Cause we need to see
a nation full of success. We need a leader addicted to progress. Someone who's not here for the money and always giving us transparency. A leader with a clear destination and a direction. That what we will see. Most respectfully,
to whom this may be.
some people say bad politics slowing this nation down, and some people say implementation is where we does go wrong. But I say that they both are true, and that's what we need to see to fix our style of democracy. Some people say this moving world keeps on evolving, and some people say our infrastructure needs some upgrading. That's why I hope this letter you read for these issues to resolve, so sweetie auntie could start to evolve. Cause we need to see ministries that competent, information you'll get in 10 seconds, public servants who will answer the phone and give you advice with a pleasant tone. A bank run should take you the whole day. It's time we stop playing that war we was see.
That war we was see.
Most respectfully,
to whom this may be.
when I was a little boy, but when I see they arrested Earl, I'm glad my gun was just a toy. It reminds me there are few ways up and 1,000 ways to fall. That's not just for one, but that goes for all. Many leaders in this land could be guilty or innocent, and it's hard for the people to truly know, so they will judge your intent. So before you walk in that big office, take a look at your character and have a long chat with Almighty Father. Cause we need to see power without ego. Take a ride on the bus, let people know. Don't be too much on your high horse, but be confident whenever time calls. Careful how much your leaders put one pot. Them things have to stop. Thy war we was see.
Thy war we was see.
Most respectfully,
to whom this may be.
sure by now you will notice this is written in the future tense, with hopes that you are a leader of great poise and great resilience, one who structures TNT with its local policies, not from global powers, but what the nation needs. I'm not going to lecture you on what's right and what is wrong, but I ask you based on the people's needs, keep your ears down on the ground. And don't be like Gillian Bishop and not care what the people think, cause you could still learn from the babes and sucklings. Cause we need to see TNT in the World Cup. Innovation from young people don't stop. A culture industry to hang the emblem high. So soca go stop trying to eat the pie. A leader who strike fear into criminals, that is critical. That's what we was see.
That's what we was see.
Most respectfully,
to whom this may be.
Like what happened? Like we get them the place to run and like they cannot run it or what? Like we get them the place to run and like they cannot run it? What going on? What happened? I said that talk, we get all the place to run and run it, brother.
After me surround the marathon and pull the money, give the chance to burn down the place and put the money.
Mass firings, compounded lies, a vindictive AG, a two-day prime minister that is ready to bust her ministers' heads. The UNC cannot run this place.
They must never break our spirit, but people, I want to settle down and talk to you all seriously. A time is coming very soon where we have to stop sitting down in these rooms and start to use our feet, you know. And I feel that time is now. The time is now. Let me tell you why. When people don't care about you, and they're showing you they don't care about you, you must show them that I don't care about you too, but we care about we. And we must show this government that we are citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, and we have every right to live in this country as everybody else. If you look like a PNM, they fire you. If you smell like a PNM, they fire you. If you walk like a PNM, they fire you. If you talk like a PNM, they fire you. And this budget is no different. We have to stand, and the time coming. Oh, you see this meeting in these rooms? We have to leave these rooms, you know, people. We have to leave these rooms, you know. State of emergency or not, we will obey the law. We will walk in single file. We will write to ask for permission. But we must be out on the streets to let them know that we're not taking what they're trying to give we. Let me tell you how deceitful and deceptive this government is.
Local government election come in and they seem to have a problem with Port of Spain. But as the MP for Port of Spain, North St. Anne's West, you have plenty more problems coming your way. Plenty. Look outside here and you will see Central Block, Port of Spain General Hospital. If you all don't open that in the next few months, we will be outside that hospital waiting for you. Because it is the people of Port of Spain, Diego Martin, Lavantil, all of us who looking for employment in that hospital. And just because it's built by the PNM, go play, you're coming to lick it up.
We gotta save it. Oh, Trinidad. To leave here, boy, you must be mad. This is the land of milk and honey, rum and coke and easy money. While those verses we were singing, alarm bells kept on ringing. Pundits on each pulpit saying, our heart and our soul decaying. Suddenly we wake up to a living nightmare, not bliss, while electorials ask, how did we ever come to this? But so long we hear it, you got to stand up and be counted. But daily we're intimidated. Every day our next witness silence, while we recoil from the violence. In our land there is a crisis, broke police, unruly ISIS, while sweet revenge gangs exacting. Police commissioner still acting Trinbago. It's high time we separate the goat from the sheep. Tell them talk is cheap, reporting the world when we have to reap. While them police busy playing hide and seek, we're facing the world when we had to reap. Hey, oh yeah, save our land, Trinidad and Tobago. Oh yeah, oh yeah. In our schools, kids getting on, we're fighting, making porn. Our school girls, you won't believe, live MMA, they're pulling weave. Check the vibes they're living by. Dance all slackness, get rich or die. Alkaline to Movado, mention maestro, they don't know. No morals, no ethics, there is a centrifugal black hole. Lord, we must move quick to wake their conscience and save their soul. So long we've been hearing evil triumphs when good men do nothing. No triggers pump while words be fraughting, and while church attendance real low. Protest back plus them casino, while black market prices haggling. Through our ports, big guns they smuggling. Spanish women are hot like their music. Saucy salsa, human traffic, Trinbago. We can't wait. The devil making hay while we sleep. Tell them talk is cheap. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. While we look on them as more mothers who weep. We're facing the world when we had to reap. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, now the nation's soul has been revealed. How they find Shannon Banfield, busy street, yes, in our city, killed by beasts who show no pity. Now there's fear and trepidation. What is happening to our nation? So I pray this one infraction will propel us into action. Trinbago, the time is now. We have to take our country back while these monsters flow. We cannot run from their attack. That is why I'm still saying, time to stand up and be counted. Our young girls, they're being hunted, not for jobs by institutions, but by clubs for prostitution. While for new gas, some arranging on the seas, cargo exchanging in the Gulf, drugs, guns and women, and the Coast Guard cannot stop them. Trinbago, the time is now. Look how the murderers leap. Tell them talk is cheap.
Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension, the world, and those of you who are locked on to Constructive Talk. It is Monday. We are in the month of November. And, just want to say, today is the 3rd of November. Right? Today is the 3rd of November. It's interesting, all that is happening. Let me tell you something, a lot is happening. Not just in Trinidad and Tobago, but a lot is happening in the world. A lot is happening in the world, and sometimes you don't even have enough time to talk about it. To be quite honest, you don't even have enough time to talk about it. About all that's happening. And if you don't know what is happening in Trinidad and Tobago, by extension, the world, I hear they're telling us to rely on social media. Right? They're saying to us, don't rely on social media because social media is lying to us. Okay? So they're saying to us, don't rely on social media. Social media is lying to us. Social media is sending us down a wrong path. So we need to, I don't know, we need to listen to the government. That's what they're saying. But we're not getting any information from them. We're not getting any information from the government. So, I don't know how we... So, we reach a place now where, as a nation, where do we get the news from? Where do we get the news from? Where do we get our news from? What do we believe? Nothing, just believe everything the government says to us. Everything the government says to us, we just have to believe it. We just have to try our best to find the truth somehow. The Minister of Homeland Security said, don't believe everything you read or you hear in social media or in the media. Listen to your government. I would like to believe that, just like how Donald Trump would have sat down at 60 Minutes and be questioned by somebody in the media and was able to give them whatever information for the American people to believe. I would think that we could have the same here. We could have the same here. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I am just like you, Trinidad and Tobago. Would like to get more information on what's really going on. Would like to get more information on what's going on. So how are you guys going out there? Friday. You see what happened in Trinidad and Tobago on Friday. On Friday, Trinidadians were in panic mode because of the information again, lack of information. So Trinidadians were in panic mode. A lot of persons didn't know what was going on. A lot of persons were trusting and waiting to hear something. But, again, nothing was forthcoming. So, you just have to rely on nothing. I don't know what to say, I don't know what to say. Because I don't know. I was looking at, I try to keep up to date with what's going on with stuff that's happening outside of Trinidad and Tobago. You know? So from time to time, I try to look and listen, well, you know, to what's going on outside of Trinidad and Tobago. So I would have seen a video that I wanted to share with you guys. That I know is fact. I know it's facts. I know it's not no game. This is not no game. This is truth. What I saw. So I wanted to play this video for you guys. And just to keep you aware of what's going on outside of Trinidad and Tobago. There are things that are happening outside of Trinidad and Tobago also that you need to be aware of. Take a listen to this.
The UK is now the second most depressing country to live in officially. Taxes are at a post-war record high, up to 45% income tax on what you earn, then 20% VAT tax on what you spend. If you're a business, you have VAT, then 25% corporation tax, then business rates, then 15% national insurance. Then you've got council tax, road tax, car tax, stamp duty tax. There are 39 different taxes that you pay. The town centres are in ruin, they're run down, there's empty high streets and increasing homelessness. You get stabbed for a watch in London and petty crime is now legal in the UK. The cost of living is soaring and inflation has wiped out 35% of your money in the last 5 years alone. You work 3 days out of 5 for the government and you pay £4,000 a year in government debt interest. Then when you finally pay off your house and you retire, you're looking at 40% inheritance tax. And this is just the beginning. The UK want to tax you even more and they want a digital ID and they want more control. There will be no cash soon whatsoever. You'll get imprisoned for your social media posts. You own less and less and less. You give away more and more and more. And people wonder why everyone's either leaving the UK or taking the streets. The UK is now the second most depressing country to live in officially. Taxes are at a post-war record high, up to 45% income tax on what you earn, then 20% VAT tax on what you spend. If you're a business, you have VAT, then 25% corporation tax, then business rates, then 15% national insurance. Then you've got council tax, road tax, car tax, stamp duty tax. There are 39 different taxes that you pay. The town centres are in ruin, they're run down, there's empty high streets and increasing homelessness. You get stabbed for a watch in London and petty crime is now legal in the UK. The cost of living is soaring and inflation has wiped out 35% of your money in the last 5 years alone. You work 3 days out of 5 for the government and you pay £4,000 a year in government debt interest. Then when you finally pay off your house and you retire, you're looking at 40% inheritance tax. And this is just the beginning. The UK want to tax you even more and they want a digital ID and they want more control. There will be no cash soon whatsoever. You'll get imprisoned for your social media posts. You own less and less and less. You give away more and more and more. And people wonder why everyone's either leaving the UK or taking the streets to protest.
Oh boy. So you heard that, right? You heard it. You heard it. That's what's happening in the UK. And real time, real thing. That's not a joke thing. That's actually what's happening in the UK. That's what's going on in Britain as we speak. You hear me? Yep, that is what's happening in Britain. The UK. That's what's happening in the UK. So I said, let me play that for you because, you know, some people might think that I only talk about what's happening in Trinidad. And I know that there are some people who live in the UK and they watch Constructive Talk. You know, there are some of my friends who live in the UK and they are always locked on to Constructive Talk because some of them say to me that's how they get to know what's happening in Trinidad and Tobago and how people feel about what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago. So I played that for them because I know that they know. Trust me, they know. They are fully aware of what's going on in their country because they're facing it. They are facing it. I saw the mayor of Diego Martin, Miss Akila Glasgow, did a video. And I wanted to play that video this evening from Miss Akila Glasgow. She was referring to a post that she would have put up, and she would have done the video now to the post. But I want you to listen to the mayor of Diego Martin, Miss Akila Glasgow, and what she had to say about what's happening in Trinidad and Tobago. Take a listen to her.
So, I did a post recently on Facebook and it has since gone viral, I think. It has gotten a lot of shares and I decided that I would bring it to TikTok, but it's a written post, but I would actually read what that post says. So let's go. You can love the UNC and still be appalled by the state of affairs at this time. You can hate the PNM and still admit that our country was not in this horrible state 6 months ago. You can be PNM and still hope that the UNC government does not fail the people because it affects us all. You can be a UNC and still admit that your party presented a failed budget. You can love the PNM and still admit that a disconnection from the people played a part in how the votes went on April 28th. You can hate the UNC and still be sad that they are taking us down this road and not take the "I told you so" approach, even though you did. You can hate the PNM and still admit that when it came to the affairs of this country, they were and are better at managing and negotiating. Nothing is ever truly black or white. It is okay to be both. It's okay to be red, black, and white. It is okay to put country first. So, I did a post recently on Facebook and it has since gone viral, I think. It has gotten a lot of shares and I decided that I would bring it to TikTok, but it's a written post, but I would actually read what that post says. So let's go. You can love the UNC and still be appalled by the state of affairs at this time. You can hate the PNM and still admit that our country was not in this horrible state 6 months ago. You can be PNM and still hope that the UNC government does not fail the people because it affects us all. You can be a UNC and still admit that your party presented a failed budget. You can love the PNM and still admit that a disconnection from the people played a part in how the votes went on April 28th. You can hate the UNC and still be sad that they are taking us down this road and not take the "I told you so" approach, even though you did. You can hate the PNM and still admit that when it came to the affairs of this country, they were and are better at managing and negotiating. Nothing is ever truly black or white. It is okay to be both. It's okay to be red, black, and white. It is okay to put country first.
I want to start by reading a quote for you that is trending online now. Someone sent it to me and I saw it so many times. I think it's good for us to read this quote. I'm sure when I start to read it, you will be familiar with it. It says, "Out of hatred for the cockroach, the ants voted for the insecticide." Out of hatred for the cockroach, the ants voted for the insecticide. They all died, big on in the tail, including the housefly that didn't even vote. They all died, including the housefly that didn't even vote. It says an African proverb, but it could be a Trinidadian and Tobagonian proverb. It is so true of our situation here today. Or they have jokes, eh? Fear them people have.
Speak to what happened on Friday. You stop going to the social media for guidance when there are leaders in your community who should tell you what will happen next if something was to happen. We will not hide that from anybody. How can we? But persons decide they will take it upon themselves to make statements and panic the population. And I'm sure while this is exclusive, probably was loading up his stuff. So again, let's think about it. Let's think about what we do, how we do it, and when we do it. All right? Again, thank you so much.
I want to play it again for you to hear what the minister had to say. Listen to the minister again, please, Trinidad and Tobago. There's a reason why I'm repeating these videos, you know. There's a reason why. Take a listen.
And I speak to what happened on Friday. You stop going to the social media for guidance when there are leaders in your community who should tell you what will happen next if something was to happen. We will not hide that from anybody. How can we? But persons decide they will take it upon themselves to make statements and panic the population. And I'm sure while this is exclusive, probably was loading up his stuff. So again, let's think about it. Let's think about what we do, how we do it, and when we do it. All right? Again, thank you so much.
So you heard the minister. You heard Minister Alexander. You heard Minister Alexander. Hopefully you're listening, you know. Hope you're listening. I hope you're listening. I hope you all heard Minister Alexander. I'll move on. There's some things happening that I just want to bring to your attention, Trinidad and Tobago. Bring it to your attention. So Mr. Gaston Brown made some statements that I want you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, to listen to. Listen to Mr. Gaston Brown. You all know who's Mr. Gaston Brown? Okay, if you don't know who he is, listen to what he had to say. Listen to what Mr. Gaston Brown had to say. Trinidad and Tobago. Take a listen. Take a listen. Bye.
Antigua and Barbuda Prime Minister Gaston Brown has warned that Trinidad and Tobago's 100% hike on import duties on select CARICOM goods could violate the Treaty of Chaguaramas. While acknowledging public health concerns, Brown said going further risks a, quote, boomerang effect for TNT, which he called the supermarket to the Caribbean. He urged his, quote, dear friend Kamla to strengthen regional unity and avoid destabilization by foreign powers. The hike announced in the budget affected rum, beer, more. Antigua and Barbuda Prime Minister Gaston Brown has warned that Trinidad and Tobago's 100% hike on import duties on select CARICOM goods could violate the Treaty of Chaguaramas. While acknowledging public health concerns, Brown said going further risks a, quote, boomerang effect for TNT, which he called the supermarket to the Caribbean. He urged his, quote, dear friend Kamla to strengthen regional unity and avoid destabilization by foreign powers. The hike announced in the budget affected rum, beer, malt, beverages, cigarettes and tobacco. Planning Minister Kennedy Swartzing defended the move, citing unfair disadvantages to local manufacturers. Now, Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar has said CARICOM is no longer a reliable partner and plans a foreign policy shift. The withdrawal isn't on the table. CARICOM's Foreign Relations Chair, Dr. Denzel Douglas, insists TNT remains a key member.
Trinidad.
That's what the Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda had to say. Mr. Gaston Brown made some statements, and that is what he had to say. Cool? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? This evening I'm going story by story. I ain't playing all the stories this evening like I would normally do. I want you to tell me what is your thoughts about what you just heard Mr. Gaston Brown say and what you heard the minute. Well, if we want to talk about the minister, we could talk about he. And hear your thoughts. And how did you feel about what happened on Friday? Do you think that you got enough information forthcoming to you so that you could have been properly prepared as a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago? As a citizen, all the rumors you was hearing, did anybody call me your room, your uncertainties? What's your thoughts? Hello, good evening. Hold on, caller. All right, hello, good evening.
Yeah, Pastor, good night.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. The thing now hit the fan.
What now
hit the fan? Yeah, the thing now hit the fan.
Okay.
It's getting real out here now. Because let me tell you something. You see a statement Gaston Brown made? All those industries in Trinidad and stuff, right? I got a mass of people because they had to export the goods, to keep the trade going and to keep the workers working. Anytime I see, and Mrs. Bissessar said it, and the way she said she walked back on her statement, but the whole Caribbean heard it. The Caribbean is not a reliable people anymore towards Trinidad and Tobago. So they're pulling out, they're technically pulling out, right? The UNC is putting this country in a position where we don't get blank from Venezuela already. No Jagan deal, right? No oil and gas. And no manufacturing goods.
Wait, but I'm trying to find a video.
Yeah.
There's a video with Dr. Munilal when he was going into the parliament on Friday.
Yeah.
He said something about the gas deal with Shell.
Yeah.
And in Manatee Field, I believe it was that he said that MP Young misleading the nation where those things are concerned. I want to find that video because, but let me tell you something. While you're going there, I didn't want to go there just yet because I want to talk. I want us to discuss what the opposition in Venezuela had to say. You know, the opposition in Venezuela made a statement, you know, about Ms. Bissessa, you know.
Leading the country over a cliff or something.
No. That's not what she said. That's not what the opposition of it. I'm talking about the opposition, not Ms. Rodriguez.
Oh.
The opposition of Venezuela had something to say. And I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it.
We in a and listen, that clip you played earlier on Pastor Google, where that lady was saying, PNM people that come out and be disgusted or withhold their vote, but the UNC people are such a cult, they can't come out and say. So they are the credit union. I say no, I'm having a conversation, and he talk about give them time. I say 6 months.
But he's not the only person who's saying that. There are a lot of persons. But Tolman, you know that there's a lot of persons who hold in that view, eh?
Yes, but I was saying, I asked him, I know people right now, for my former workers, they have to choose between selling China school or to feed them, and they will choose to feed them. The child ain't going to school up to now, right? And it's hard, it's real difficult with people. I say, how long again? Look, they promise jobs. Not the jobs that keep up workers because it's very subject going to them industry in the sector, in the government workplace. Who see the workers getting them jobs? They've been lying to people. They've been like, you found 11,000 people with no intention of helping them. But they know all the people who start marking when all the detained fan with them, they detain them up, getting jobs in all those government places. Because they don't want to demograph are the people who were signing up when she went to parade herself. It's only she type of people in the main. So who get the jobs? And people, poor people, especially African people suffering out here. And African people say, don't tell the credit union next to me and say, well, it's only 6 months. A big man, when I let him know, and then he started listening. He wasn't hearing anymore. He started listening and started shaking head. When will we stop this? When we'll stop accepting tomfoolery? They did it twice, and today they did it again. That social media influencers, they are the have to take the responsibility. Why 11,000 people in CPEP and forestry and URP and 60,000 counting now going home and in the AGC and all over the social media influencers. It's who bring this upon us for the 40,000. They have to be blamed. African people like myself, they don't. That's why it is so important to study your culture, study African history. And if you study your history, you will never make them mistakes. You will never allow people like Kamala and them do what they're doing here and doing your people. So you telling me, MC, whoever his name is, and Trigger, whoever his name is, and these kind of people, they're happy to see African people suffer? My Pastor Google, I wish them luck. The union people, Roger and all them black like me, and they had nobody saying nothing. All the white 10%. They're happy to see people out of our work. They're happy. People who supposed to start the unemployed. Boy, something wrong with this place, boy. But all the go ahead. What we ain't doing in Trinidad, the rest of the Caribbean and the rest of the world doing to us. Grenada protest. I wish I was a Grenadian. Because they are real cojones. Right? The Caribbean protesting on our behalf. Because they're keeping state of emergency after state of emergency and Trinidad frightened and the coward. But how long? You want to be frightened and coward until we gas price, the full tanker gas will be $1,500? Eh? When the manufacturing sector take a hit and we can't export nothing to non-Caribbean islands because it's happening. Look what the man said just now. All to be happy, all to be happy that when we do have a chance today, all to get real African people, I speak to we people, you know, all to wake up, you know. They're not about politics, it's about who can run the country. Because prior to them coming to office, all of us have had our jobs. Everybody who in the agency will get let go, they have the jobs, you happy at the jobs. Everybody people can pay the rent as small as it was. They can buy food. They have so much things that they can do today. They can't do none of it. And then some of them out to try to go in it. This is on scare Pastor Google. Some guy fell over the screenshot. So people believe because I'm talking now, it's PNM. No, I'm not talking for the PNM. I'm talking what is going on in my community. Boy, we really have to wake up, boy. Bartagol, I look to listen.
Yeah, so he going for 5 years. Tory take everything.
No, because it's not really making sense right now. Everybody, it's still getting more than the police.
No. Why? Because I find the crime rate so high. We're not feeling safe anymore. We need more patrol in the area.
I believe it should be extended because security is very important to this country. A lot of crime. Too much of crime taking place in this country. You're not safer. Anyway, you're not safer. And I believe it should be extended and more officers around to protect the people.
Well, personally, I don't think we have a state of emergency going on because there's a lot of crime in the country happening. And for me, there's no detection of crime because people getting robbed all over the place. And the cameras that's supposed to be working to detect cars from point A to point B, I don't know if they're using it or if they're not using it. So a state of emergency to me is how don't make sense.
No, it really makes sense. I see in that it making sense.
Yes, because people are safe in the country. Yes, because people are safe in the country.
Yes, because people are safe in the country.
Well, all they vote for SOE.
Months after celebrating its 80th anniversary as a major furniture and home appliance retailer, Standard Distributors has closed all of its retail outlets and has transitioned to Standard's credit. In a notice issued on Monday, Anta McCall confirms it has entered into an agreement to sell this country's oldest furniture store and its Barbados subsidiary Standards Distribution and Sales Barbados Limited to Term Finance Holdings Limited. An email to Standard customers says, while its retail operation officially closed on November 1st, 2025, Standard's legacy will continue under the new name Standard Credit, a modern credit and e-commerce platform operated by Term Finance. Term Finance founder and CEO Oliver Sabga says the new iteration of Standards is representative of modern consumer demand.
Term Finance saw in Standard a brand that has been well known and trusted by thousands of households across the Caribbean for over 80 years. The evolution of the brand to Standard Credit is a recognition that the shopper of today wants choice and freedom to spend wherever they get the best deals.
There were signs that the winds of change were coming for Standards. In April, it closed 2 of its locations, one at Pennywise Plaza in Chagonas and here at Ansa House in Port of Spain, which once served as its flagship location. It was said then the closures were aimed at improving operational efficiency. However, months on, several branches hosted significant clearance sales. Over the weekend, the company announced its retail stores were closed for stock taking before Monday's announcement confirmed permanent closure. Business Watch was told by the Answer McCall Group that demand for home appliances and small electronics has moderated compared to previous years. And additionally, this reflects broader shifts in household spending patterns regionally and globally as consumers manage budgets more carefully and delay non-urgent replacements. Business Watch was told Standard currently has about 90 employees. But Answer McCall says current Standard staff have been offered continuous employment within the Answer McCall Group or with Standard credit under term finance. Answer McCall adds, other members of staff have been offered enhanced separation packages, while a virtual financial counseling session will be held during the week of November 10th, 2025, for all Trinidad, Tobago, and Barbados employees. The price of the deal is still to be determined, as the transaction is set to be closed at the end of the year. And now, months after celebrating its 80th anniversary as a major furniture and home appliance retailer, Standard Distributors has closed all of its retail outlets and has transitioned to Standard's credit. In a notice issued on Monday, Answer McCall confirms it has entered into an agreement to sell this country's oldest furniture store and its Barbados subsidiary Standards Distribution and Sales Barbados Limited to Term Finance Holdings Limited. An email to Standard customers says, while its retail operation officially closed on November 1st, 2025, Standard's legacy will continue under the new name Standard Credit, a modern credit and e-commerce platform operated by Term Finance. Term Finance founder and CEO Oliver Sabga says the new iteration of Standards is representative of modern consumer demand.
Term Finance saw in Standard a brand that has been well known and trusted by thousands of households across the Caribbean for over 80 years. The evolution of the brand to Standard Credit is a recognition that the shopper of today wants choice and freedom to spend wherever they get the best deals.
There were signs that the winds of change were coming for Standards. In April, it closed 2 of its locations, one at Pennywise Plaza in Chagonas, and here at Answer House in Port of Spain, which once served as its flagship location. It was said then the closures were aimed at improving operational efficiency. However, months on, several branches hosted significant clearance sales. Over the weekend, the company announced its retail stores were closed for stock taking before Monday's announcement confirmed permanent closure. Business Watch was told by the Answer McCall Group that demand for home appliances and small electronics has moderated compared to previous years. And additionally, this reflects broader shifts in household spending patterns regionally and globally as consumers manage budgets more carefully and delay non-urgent replacements. Business Watch was told Standard currently has about 90 employees. But Answer McCall says current Standard staff have been offered continuous employment within the Answer McCall Group or with Standard credit under term finance. Answer McCall adds, other members of staff have been offered enhanced separation packages, while a virtual financial counseling session will be held during the week of November 10th, 2025, for all Trinidad, Tobago, and Barbados employees. The price of the deal is still to be determined, as the transaction is set to be closed at the end of the year. And now,
Mr. Trinidad, tell me what scene you on. Do you just like political confusion? You criticizing the way you live, yet you can't produce an alternative. You say you against the power structure, you ain't like the opposition either. But take care, you jump out the hot water and end up in the center of the fire. Because you refuse to vote in election, but then you want revolution. You're strongly against communism. You walk out on colonialism. You say if William had to go, but who to replace him? You ain't know. So to make a long story short from in front, Trinidadians they really know what they want. My friend, if you don't want democracy, the opposite is guerrilla activity. If you don't want democratic improvement, you have to want a revolutionist government. And yet when Guy Harewood went in the hills with Jennifer Jones, you let them get killed. All you're doing is grinning and skylarking. You come like the ass in the lion's skin. Because you say Robinson is a traitor. You say what's than that about Granger. You say Kamal seeking his own interest. You call Millet a Marxist Leninist. You are ODAC, neither DLP, and you say TNM is only ratchet. Well, you tying up yourself. I won't tell you why. Trinidadians just like plenty mama guys. Trinidadian, talking black power. It's not wrong for a man to love his culture. Yes, you walk around with your afro plait and you're dragging alpagat and fatsapat. But although they're rapping about Africa, you're eating roti like if you're born in India. So who you gonna blame when you make your book and end up like a cat on a hunting rope? Because you say you're going Afro all the way. You smile when they bring in Tony May. William say he wants to retire. You beg him to stay a little longer. You reject Carl's act on public order. Now you want the same Carl for Prime Minister. Like your sense of reasoning goes and comes. It won't surprise me if you call back Albert Guns.
Well, back with you. Back with you. Trinidad and Tobago. What's going on? What's really going on? Well, they tell me what's going on now. So, Standards is sending home some of their employees. Standards is sending home some of their employees. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Just pray for them. It's like how we pray for CPAP workers. Pray for Standards workers also. Because they are going home. Christmas is next month. Standards workers are going home. CPAP workers are home 6 months now. I saw where some of them would have had a small protest in San Fernando. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Pastor Google.
How are you, sir?
Good evening to your listeners and callers. Pastor Google, I'd like to hear you before I come in. That's why I do have a call so early, but I need to call at this time. And I want you to I need a favor from you, Pastor Google.
What's that?
And I know that you will do it because you're that type of person. I want you to do your research on all the people who have lost their jobs over the last 6 months. I'll tell you why. Because the people, your listeners, need to understand what is going on. They need to understand. Standards closing their furniture stores, not only in Trinidad and Tobago, but also in Barbados. Right?
Yep.
And they're going to open up some sort of a financial something. I don't know what it is. I don't have all the information on that as yet.
Mm-hmm.
But what they have said is that they are going to offer the workers who don't have the financial acumen, excuse me, you can leave. In other words, let me put it that way, with an enhanced package, whatever that enhanced package is. Or they can be transferred to other parts of the organization. Thank God for that. But Pastor Google, guess what? David Chin is closing down Movie Town in Tobago. Now, it doesn't have many people, only about 10, as he said. But he says it's not financially viable to continue running Movie Town in Tobago.
What?
Yeah, but you see, that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. Where you keep a check, you see. Because it's important to let the people understand what is going on in Trinidad and Tobago, Pastor Google. I won't call this early, you know, because I'm doing my sums, I'm doing my maths, I'm doing my listening. Trotters in Gulf City closed down.
Which Gulf City?
We Gulf City, Pastor.
Okay.
The owner of Trotters who don't like PNM closing Gulf City, closing Trotters in Gulf City, San Fernando.
Okay.
Pastor, listen to me. You're not listening to me, you know? Listen to me. And I want you to do the homework to see how many people, whether it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 100, 1,000 people losing their job. Because, Pastor, the talk is, now I have the information, that a lot of restaurants are understanding that they cannot continue because they have to pay more NIS for their employees, as well as the other issues as far as rent and so on is concerned. People are contemplating closing down. So Trotters, I forget the fella name, oh God, I forget the guy name, but he's not a PNM fella, he's an anti-PNM, who he called with Dr. Rowley many times. He closing Trotters in Gulf City. David Chin, thinking very clearly, I said it is not making. I was on the news tonight.
That was on TV6 News. I was
But it was on the news tonight that he is contemplating closing Movie Town in Tobago and saying only 10 employees. Because it's not making economic sense to continue. But admittedly, he said he's studying it since after COVID. But now that these things happening, well, you know what's going on. Why would he now mention it if he studied since COVID is over 3 years now, nearly 3 years. But now that he had to pay extra monies for rental and so on, where do you think he's studying? Is he going to close it? Trotters, and now Standards were saying that they were doing, they didn't say they were going to close until eventually they decided to close and talk the truth on the 1st of this month. So them closing too. Pastor Google, I'm telling all you, a lot of restaurants and people are going to close the private sector because they cannot afford to pay the extra NIS and extra rental that they have to pay. It is happening slowly but surely. All you could talk all they want, but the extra taxes that they were complaining about about this government was complaining about the PNM about, that they have now introduced, that is causing people to close their businesses because they cannot afford to continue to pay employees extra money that they have to pay out now. So if all you want to sit on there and tell us that this is a talk shop, that Constructive Talk is a talk shop, and not bringing the information, well, go ahead. Well, you go ahead, because it's coming to pass. Ask yourselves why it is all your children haven't gotten their laptops yet. Ask yourselves why all the children haven't gotten the $1,000 to go and buy school books and school clothes. Ask all yourselves these questions. Ask all yourselves these questions. Ask all yourselves why it is people outside their children not going to school. As your first caller indicated, Pastor Google, not me. Your first caller said so. He knows people. Ask all yourself these questions. You want to feel it's a joke, but okay, fine, it's a joke. But live with it. Because I'm telling you all, come next year when all of these things are official, 1st of January, then all you go see where barley grow. Have a good evening.
Thank you very much. You know, I saw a video. Where, boy? I saw a video of somebody giving a breakdown on what of our country situation. And if I have that video, I saw the video and I was really interested in that video. I said, hey, this video is really interesting. Oh yeah, I have the video, man. I'm going to play this video for you guys. I want you to listen to this video of a comparison. They were showing what is happening in this country for the past 6 months. 6 months, and they're showing us what exactly taking place in Trinidad and Tobago. Some people may not like it. Some people might like it. Some people might say, don't talk about it. But at the end of the day, Trinidad and Tobago, I have to do what I have to do. Just bring the information. Right? That is all I have to do. And generate a conversation about it. You know what I mean? I find UNC not having any Monday night forum. I don't know why. Anyway, let me just start that here. So I'm going to play for you a video of someone doing a comparison of the PNM and the UNC. And I want you to listen to it. All right? Take a listen to this, Trinidad and Tobago. Take a listen to this. And then after, I have a video I have to play after this. So take a listen to this.
Let's talk facts, not politics. It's been 6 months since the UNC took office, and in that short time, our economy has taken hits that usually take years. October 2025, nutrient shut down in Point Lisas. That's ammonia and urea production gone. Exports down, jobs at risk, confidence shaken. Venezuela suspended energy cooperation, threatening the Dragon Gas project and investor trust. Then in September, S&P revised our national credit outlook to negative. That means higher borrowing costs and less investor confidence. Even during COVID, the PNM kept our outlook stable. Now, The numbers. Foreign exchange reserves fell from 5.3 to 4.6 billion. US, a 13% drop in 4 months. Import cover fell to 5.4 months. Debt climbed to 84% of GDP. And growth turned negative again, minus 0.8%. This isn't global pressure alone, it's policy management. When the PNM faced crisis, they held the line. When the UNC faced recovery, they reversed it. We're seeing faster reserve loss, deeper debt, and growing uncertainty. And when the economy shakes, it's not politicians who feel it. It's the worker, the small business owner, the family trying to stretch a dollar. This isn't about red or yellow. It's about accountability. Because at this pace, the reserves may run out faster than the excuses.
Finance Minister Devendranath Tanku has given the green light for the Chief Personnel Officer to proceed with the proposed 10% wage negotiations for public servants. However, Tanku acknowledged that the CPO still has a few prerequisites to finalize before face-to-face negotiations with the Public Services Association can begin. Therefore, the minister could not provide an exact date for negotiations to commence. However, PSA President Felicia Thomas is anticipating that the meeting with CPO Commander Dr. Daryl Dindial could happen within the next few days.
So they were in the process of doing the calculations. I anticipate that probably by the end of this week, early next week, we should be getting a response from the CPO, but nevertheless, I will be following up with further correspondence.
Thomas explained that the 10% increase will be split over 2 negotiating periods, meaning a 5% increase for the 2014 to 2016 period and another 5% for the 2017 to 2019 period. The PSA president said she is still confident her members will get their back pay by Christmas.
Calculation should have been done for 4%. It is just a matter of adjusting the calculation already done to cater for 10%. So notwithstanding the minister has announced to put an offer of 10%, we would still have to discuss distribution, whether it be 311.
Meanwhile, Minister Tanku said he would be unable to provide an estimated cost for these negotiations as the process has to be completed first. Finance Minister Devendranath Tanku has given the green light for the Chief Personnel Officer to proceed with the proposed 10% wage negotiations for public servants. However, Tanku acknowledged that the CPO still has a few prerequisites to finalize before face-to-face negotiations with the Public Services Association can begin. Therefore, the minister could not provide an exact date for negotiations to commence. However, PSA President Felicia Thomas is anticipating that the meeting with CPO Commander Dr. Daryl Dindial could happen within the next few days.
So they were in the process of doing the calculations. I anticipate that probably by the end of this week, early next week, we should be getting a response from the CPO, but nevertheless, I will be following up with further correspondence.
Thomas explained that the 10% increase will be split over 2 negotiating periods, meaning a 5% increase for the 2014 to 2016 period and another 5% for the 2017 to 2019 period. The PSA president said she is still confident her members will get their back pay by Christmas.
Calculation should have been done for 4%. It is just a matter of adjusting the calculation already done to cater for 10%. So notwithstanding the minister has announced to put an offer of 10%, we would still have to discuss distribution, whether it be 311.
Meanwhile, Minister Tanku said he would be unable to provide an estimated cost for these negotiations as the process has to be completed first.
Woo! It's getting hot in here. Hot. Where's all your thoughts? Where's all your thoughts? Oh boy, what is your thoughts on what you have just heard? The number to call. If you're outside of Trinidad and Tobago, you need to type 1-868-464-7003. What is your thoughts? Wait, think about what you just heard. Hello, good evening, sir.
Good night. Well,
Hi, good evening. It's again very soft.
listen, I think the average public servant is looking forward to an overall figure of 10%. I don't think the average public servant was thinking about any 311 for 14 to 16 or 311 for 17 to 19. And she's being very optimistic. What precludes the CPU from offering 005 or 005? And is it that she is going against what the PSA went to the special tribunal for, which was not being forced to bargain over 2 consecutive periods instead of one period of 3 years and then another period of 3 years? That's what they went to court for. And the court said that the government was acting illegally to negotiate for 2 periods. Has she gone to her general counsel and get an endorsement from her membership to proceed as such? What is that I just listened to? That to me, that sounds like duplicity. When I wanted to play the video with the budget being read and the PSA members were announcing. And promise kept is when people start to get money in their hand. And if they didn't budget for the figure, how could she be so optimistic that you'll be getting money by Christmas? Come on, man. And there are other things to negotiate to COLA and so on and so forth. It's not as your flat salary. Pastor Google. Perhaps her advisor, former advisor, because he ought not to be doing that now as the Minister of Labour. Has to have a chat with her confidentially, because I am seeing madness. I hear naivety in what she said. She sounds like somebody who negotiated to get an allowance from the parents for the first time. She didn't sound like a confident union leader who wanted to get rid of the last wicked administration. She sounds lost, Pastor Google. She sounds like if she is in a daze. You know, much had a right correspondence. The first correspondence that she has to send to the CPO is that they have withdrawn their matter from the special tribunal. That is one. And that she has communicated with her membership widely, consulted, as they like to say, and she has a mandate to commence negotiations. That is what Commander Dr. Dindial will want to hear before he puts on the table the 10% and how it will be allotted over the 6 years. I know the average public servant wasn't talking about no 10% over 6 years. Have a good evening, Pastor Google. We shall see how it will pan out.
Thank you very much. Interesting. Very interesting. What are your thoughts? 464-7003. Public servants, what you thinking? Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Pastor Google.
Hi, good evening, sir.
That piece of clip you play by Foolish Thomas is that today news?
Yes, that's 7 o'clock news.
Well, I didn't really watch the news, so I tried to find out if that today news.
Yeah, that's today's
news. 7 o'clock, right. So, which means that something definitely wrong. Either the news people that have it wrong.
Wait, that's not. The news people have it wrong. The news people call her and ask her.
Oh.
You didn't listen to the clip or what? The news called Felicia and ask her And that is what the caller was just talking about.
Yeah, but Pastor, sometimes you could get confused too.
Who does get confused?
I say I could get confused at sometimes.
Oh, you might get confused. I don't think Felicia is confused.
Because the point about it, I driving, I was hearing 10%.
Oh, you thought
now I'm hearing is 3 years for 5. And the next 3 years for 5.
Mm-hmm.
And when the budget was reading, there was capping when the Tanku said 10%.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. She had to come out and say.
But she came out.
Yeah, but she said 5 and 5.
Yeah.
But she wasn't saying that when she was on the politicking along UNC. She wasn't saying that. She was saying they started at 10%. So, I wait, I get confused.
Only confused. Don't do me that. Only leave me alone with that confused talk. Only not confused. Only stop it with that confused talk, eh? Only not going to put me through that. You all are not going to do me that. But only confused. Only not confused? You're taking calls. Hello, good evening. Are you confused?
Confused? No, I'm not. From day one, I came here and said 10 divided by 2 is 5.
Okay. So you're not confused?
No, I'm not confused. From day one, when I heard the calculate that, I came here and tell you 10 divided by 2 is 5. If you're paying 10%, over a 6-year period, last time I checked, you're paying for all of 20, all of 14, all of 15,
right,
all of 16,
right,
and then you're paying from all of 17,
right,
all of 18, all of 19,
right,
and for that 6-year period, you're paying 10%. Last time I checked, if my math is not correct, 10 divided by 2 is 5.
Right.
That's the last time I checked. So if you're paying 10% for a 6-year period, then when I break 10 down to 10, they'll get 5. So I check all the time. And when I was campaigning, they said start at 10. Now they're paying 10 for the boat period. So you know what? I just watching all them so-called politicians and laugh because you know what? All they get duped again and again and again. And what's she talking about the game on before Christmas? She aware this I think we the 4th day of November. I think 3rd or 4th day. No, it's actually I don't know.
You active our friend?
Because I don't know what world I'm in. I don't know if me and him in the same world. No, I'm asking now. We in the 3rd or 4th day of November. I ain't seen the city yet. They talk about money before Christmas. They're not really leaving the festival. We're in the 3rd or 4th day of November. Christmas is the 25th of next month.
Sir.
Are you trying to tell me?
Sir.
You ain't seen the city as yet. But we get money. But we get money before that day.
Sir.
Are you mad?
Sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I'll play the clip again so that you'll have a better understanding.
I just saw it. But I was like here because I want to know what world we in because I don't mention the same world because we happen to be yes, Pastor, listen. We happen to be in the 3rd or 4th day of November 2025. Are you ain't seen the yet? But you come on TV to tell me that I'm going to get money before the 25th
yes, sir.
of December.
Yes, sir.
2025.
Yes,
now, Pastor.
Yeah.
In case you don't know, right?
Pardon?
That money cannot be paid on the 25th of next month. You
Why?
have to pay at least because who paid it on Christmas Day? You have to pay at least the 15th or the 12th of next month.
So
I mean, me and she in the same world.
Yes,
she's really a policy one. I don't know. I try to understand. Or she's a magician.
So,
no, I don't understand.
So I am saying to you that the lady has faith like a mustard seed. She believes in her God. and her God is going to provide that money for her.
Pastor.
Yes, sir.
I believe I could fly. If I believe I could fly, would I go off a cliff and jump off?
Well,
no, I would not, because it's physically impossible. I mean, what baffling me, right, is that the so-called Minister of Finance came and said he came and really did the budget. And then he came a week after in the Standing Finance Committee. I just watched these things. And he said there's no money allocated in the budget for that. And this physical package, last I checked, this physical package is from September 2025. That's how last I checked, this physical package is from September 2025 to October 2026. He said between that period he have no money to pay. So how do we get money how do we get money?
So he will find the money.
How? Where?
So
from revenues?
Yes.
No, what happened to them? What happened to them under pressure and they realize people saying that 4 days, so you can't talk about this that pay talk. But you can't fool nobody.
So why are you saying
if somebody I am being real. I'm not realist. If somebody 25th will pass, no money will be passed. What you can say? I don't know what else. Why do I feel everybody should like supporters? We could think, we could think, right? You can't say you can't go on a platform and say something and we go say yeah and clap. You don't have that.
You don't
you ain't in the CPO. Maybe logically, you ain't in the CPO. I said, this is the third or fourth day of November. Are you trying to convince me that you're gonna get money for me by the 15th of next month? Really?
Yeah.
I know you're a man of God, so you're tough. Sorry about that. Pastor, good night. I'll just make this.
All right. Thank you. I think some of you are not listening, Let me play it over again. Some of you are not listening to what is being said in the news. So let me play it one more time and you all listen, Listen. I can't be defending them, You all have to listen. Come on. Listen to what is being said in the news. Understand that the Minister of Finance would have said to the CPO let me play it so that you all wouldn't confuse listen to what was said now.
Finance Minister Devendranath Thakur has given the green light for the Chief Personnel Officer to proceed with the proposed 10% wage negotiations for public servants. However, Thakur acknowledged that the CPO still has a few prerequisites to finalize before face-to-face negotiations with the Public Services Association can begin. Therefore, the minister could not provide an exact date for negotiations to commence. However, PSA President Felicia Thomas is anticipating that the meeting with CPO Commander Dr. Daryl Dindial could happen within the next few days.
So they were in the process of doing the calculations. I anticipate that probably by the end of this week, early next week, we should be getting a response from the CPO, but nevertheless, I will be following up with further correspondence.
Thomas explained that the 10% increase will be split over 2 negotiating periods, meaning a 5% increase for the 2014 to 2016 period and another 5% for the 2017 to 2019 period. The PSA president said she is still confident her members will get their back pay by Christmas.
Calculation should have been done for 4%. It is just a matter of adjusting the calculation already done to cater for 10%. So notwithstanding the minister has announced to put an offer of 10%, we would still have to discuss distribution, whether it be 311.
Meanwhile, Minister Thakur said he would be unable to provide an estimated cost for these negotiations as the process has to be completed first.
Okay. All right, so you all heard. You all heard the news. Okay, you all heard the news. I am just playing the news, having a conversation with you about what is being said in the news in Trinidad and Tobago. What is your thoughts? Because there's a topic I want to go to, you know. And I'm switching to that topic at 10 o'clock. So tell me now, what's all your thoughts? Okay, nobody don't have anything to say? I just played over the clip. I played over the clip for you all to hear. So I am asking you guys, what is your thoughts? What's all your thoughts? Tell me now. Maybe we missed something. Maybe we missed it. We missed it. All right? We missed it. And you see, sometimes we might be hearing things that is not being said. You know what I mean? All right, so let's take this call. Hello, good evening.
Hey, good evening, Pastor Google. I kind of listen to the clip there. I take it in. It's something like, it does sound like 10%, so like 5 by 5. I don't know if I might be wrong.
5 by 5 is not 10?
Well, I'm not saying, but I'm talking about when you get 10%, you want to offering 10%. I think in that time that the PNM was offering them from 4 to 5. And then, you know, I don't know, I will be getting wrong. I thought it would be about 10%, you know, one time. But I don't know how they was breaking it down, man. But it was something like, you know, for 1 year, it's something like 5 and then 5 and then something. I don't know. I'll listen to it again. And when I get a chance. Right? Okay. Yeah.
So just now, what do you want to listen again? The clip?
No. I said I'll probably have to find the clip and try to, you know, because the first time I released it, man. But from listening to it and then the world, you know, this lady was very passionate on when she was on the campaign trail. I find she's something a little subdued. Yeah. I don't know, that's just my view. You understand?
So what you know, okay, no, I don't want you to come off the line because some of the other, I'm trying to understand, what are you confused about?
All right, they say they was getting 10%, right? But I didn't know it was like, you know, like 5 by 5. Because I think at some point I heard they were, PNM was open 4, and I think coming out here and they said they were get 5 or something. So,
right.
But I don't know if they was giving it, like, if it's how much? 2 5, but off the plate, boy. To make up 5 instead of like 1 5 and then 5 and then, you know, in that way. I don't know if it's so this. I have to figure out how they was breaking it down now. Because remember, it's different years they negotiating for him. Yeah, different years. It's not like, you know, like one thing. So I probably a little confused about it. Like something like 5% for 1 year, then 5% for next year. And I don't know where it's moving forward. So it was a little confusing. So probably other years again.
All right, I'll
play it again. Yeah, all right, good. All right, no problem. Yeah.
All right, I'll play it again. I'll play it again because people are saying that they are confused. All right? Somebody's saying something to me here. Okay, let me just see what. I don't want to. I want to play the clip. So let's play it again. Let's play it again because I don't know, maybe the news fooling us out. But listen.
Finance Minister Devendranath Tanku has given the green light for the Chief Personnel Officer to proceed with the proposed 10% wage negotiations for public servants. However, Tanku acknowledged that the CPO still has a few prerequisites to finalize before face-to-face negotiations with the Public Services Association can begin. Therefore, the minister could not provide an exact date for negotiations to commence. However, PSA President Felicia Thomas is anticipating that the meeting with CPO Commander Dr. Daryl Dindial could happen within the next few days.
So they were in the process of doing the calculations. I anticipate that probably by the end of this week, early next week, we should be getting a response from the CPO, but nevertheless, I will be following up with further correspondence.
Thomas explained that the 10% increase will be split over 2 negotiating periods, meaning a 5% increase for the 2014 to 2016 period and another 5% for the 2017 to 2019 period. The PSA president said she is still confident her members will get their back pay by Christmas.
Calculation should have been done for 4%. It is just a matter of adjusting the calculation already done to cater for 10%. So notwithstanding the minister has announced to put an offer of 10%, we would still have to discuss distribution, whether it be 311.
Meanwhile, Minister Tanku said he would be unable to provide an estimated cost for these negotiations as the process has to be completed first.
Okay. Callers, you all there? Oh Lord, callers, all it there? We all here. Will you understand now? Okay, all right, let's do this. Let's do this then. Let's do this. When I wait for the calls, listen to this.
Minister gave the answer that there is no 10% agreement. There's no need to make an allowance. The minister gave the answer that there is no 10% agreement. There's no need to make an allowance. The minister gave the answer that there is no 10% agreement. There's no need to make an allowance, that the negotiations have not started. Exactly. If my memory serves me correct, the minister had even further gone into particulars to say that the percentage increase, which may or may not arise from the negotiation, is a matter entirely beyond his purview and lies solely within the bailiwick of the Chief Personnel Officer.
Correct.
Hello, good evening.
Yes. And I'm over 4%, right?
You're breaking up. You're not sounding clear.
I don't know.
Just now you were sounding very good. Hello? Caller?
Yes, Pastor Google, I hear you.
All right, go ahead.
If PNM had offered 4%, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I took her the maths. And now she's saying it's 5%, so that's 1% more, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let us just use a figure. If you was getting $1,000 under the 4%, how much you will get under the 5% now? Let us just use a figure. That's 1% more. That's what? $10? All right?
Well, I ain't getting involved in all your thing. I listen in all your public servants. Check all your thing.
No, Pastor Google. But how much years ago they had over 4%?
That was just about, well, about a year before the election.
Okay, you feel, with all the new taxes we have now, let us say you get $10 more. You can't take that $1,000 that you was getting then, what you would have been able to buy with that then. You can't buy it now with that $1,000 now. So that's really making no sense. Felicia Elevator not going all the way up. Have a good night, Pastor Buka.
Same to you. Same to you. Yes, caller.
Good afternoon, Pastor.
Good evening, sir.
Pastor, you played twice. Now, I come on this girl, right? Hello?
Yeah, caller.
Yeah, I come on this girl, right? Because I also happen to be a person. This young lady came to our office over and over and deliberately tell us what should they tell about parents, what should forget, and how we can think parents, and how we can think and for you care for the body, and you and come out and say personally tell she is starting at 10. This only came to various offices and mentioned that negotiation starting at 10, right? Now when I hear the budget, I don't know already. 10 divided is 5. Now you're telling me some months ago negotiation started at 10, and now I hear this so-called Minister of Finance again saying he is showing CPO, but he can't tell you what day the CPO going to start and how it's going to cost. Who is the CPO boss? Pastor? You ask it?
I hear we ask, man.
Who is the CPO? No. Who is the CPO boss? Who is the CPO reports to? Thank God there's really the people shepherding. Thank God is the CPO boss. So you can tell me you shock the man to start negotiation. You as the boss can't say what they're going to start and how long the period will take. And this man one now telling me we get money before Christmas.
Oh, they get money before Christmas?
No, that was I said that what bullshit. Because the man who was shocking the CPO, was the boss, can't tell what day he going to start at. Or how long it's going to take. And that he boss, eh? But she is telling me now, we already in the fourth day of this month. But you're telling me I get money before Christmas. Meaning they have to pay that money at least by the 15th of next month.
You might get.
So no, what I'm ready for they're not ready for people shepherd. Before this guy. No, they're ready for it before this guy. But they didn't tell you nothing more. But he and she didn't say nothing. But they continue blocking and hiding. Then they come out here and making it the same idea. According to my man, it's better people think it dumb, they can't talk, and they don't realize they're stupid. Because how you could tell me, you lead an organization, you went to election and people behind you, you went to offices last months ago. You texting people phone. Now I come and shoot very hard. You texting people phone and telling people time and place where your rally is and counting the numbers. You know me, come on, no damn way. But I have negative correspondence because I am the union. So I'm on the chat. So I will see all the business. You texting people phone and texting people phone. Direction, date and time of rally. Come on, your numbers. We can't take the 4%. So you can take 5. And according to the lady for me, we did it in percentage. You won't get a whole dollar. So if you get 1,000 with 4%, you'll get 1,050 before tax. So you don't know. So you don't know what the tax is 9 something you really gain. Right? Thanks to Felicia. No, because there's very few people shopping. And you come and talking about your crap, but you anticipate. How you anticipate? You're not a crystal ball. If the man boss can't tell what they're going to start, how you who have to go and see could say you anticipate? This is done the 3rd day of the month. You should tell everybody 15 and next month you want to make sure I get money, right? Yeah. They see what's not pastor. That was really, before I happen to slip out and say something to get in trouble, have a good night.
You have a good evening too, sir. I just listening, you know. Me get involved in the public servants bacchanal. Me, I just listening. I realize a lot of people just listening. Earlier, me get involved. I wasn't there when they was talking behind closed doors. I'm not there now. I'm not there now when the issues of whatever it is happening are not there. But clearly Felicia knows something that all you don't know. Okay? It's 10 o'clock. It's after 10. I'm switching gears. Public servants, it was nice chatting with you guys about only 10% and only back pay. It's nice. I'm going to change the topic now. Take a listen to this. I don't know, you know. But take a listen to this.
Well, in some breaking news, sources have confirmed active duty soldiers have been ordered to report to duty and assemble at various military installations as part of a large...
That's not why I want to play. Where you get that from? Where that come from? Come now, man. That's not why I want to play. There's something else I want to play. That's not why I want to play. All right? So, let me see if I can find what I want to play. All right? I'm going to try and see if I find it. The way is this. Where did that come from? That's not why I wanted to play at all. So let me look for why I wanted to play and get that out of the way. All right, so what went on there? Anyway, in the meanwhile, take a listen to this.
Is right there. Tonight, I want to explain a small country. Hello and welcome to Times XP. I am Dhritiyatri, and we are going to talk about a small country that could become the biggest loser in the US-Venezuela conflict. Trinidad and Tobago. Just 1.4 million people. Two small islands, tiny in size, but one of the most important energy hubs in the Caribbean. And here's the problem. If America and Venezuela go into a direct war, Trinidad and Tobago is stuck in the middle of the power struggle that it cannot survive. Let me break this down for you. Two islands, a population of just 1.4 million people. As I just said, most Indians in India don't even realize this country has one of the biggest Indo-Caribbean population. Almost 40% of the population is of Indian origin. Yes, Trinidad was once a British colony. It gained independence in 1962. Its wealth for decades came from oil and natural gas, and today almost 40% of their entire government income is from energy. This is not a tourist island, by the way. It's an energy island. Trinidad and Tobago's economy lives on gas. Not tourism, not tech, gas. The country's LNG sector is one of the largest suppliers in the entire Western Hemisphere. 40% of all government revenue comes from energy. Now, if that steam gets disrupted, the country collapses financially. And where is some of the gas coming from? The Dragon gas field inside Venezuela's maritime zone. Trinidad needs access to that gas for future production in 2024. The energy giant Shell and Trinidad's LGC were negotiating with Venezuela to unlock that particular field after the US eased the sanction. But now, war clouds. Trump has deployed 10,000 troops, warships, special forces to the Caribbean. Russia has now inserted military aircraft into Venezuela. The Caribbean all of a sudden looks like a Middle East. Yes, small islands surrounded by superpower weapon. And Trinidad is right there, trapped between Venezuelan territorial water and American military assets. You know, if conflict explodes here, gas deal freezed. Investment stops, companies panic, LNG terminals slow down. This means that Trinidad will lose billions of dollars in the next 5 years. Not millions, billions, because energy investors hate war zones. This also hits their own people. Trinidad already has young unemployment rate that is nearly 9%. It has inflation above 4.7%. If the gas sector gets hit, that number jumps into double digits immediately. And once the jobs are gone, crime rises, immigration rises, social tensions explodes. Also, there is a second danger here. Venezuela already hosts one of the world's deepest pro-Russian network. If war erupts, Russian and maybe, just maybe, Iranian assets also, they can use Venezuelan ports and airstrikes. United States military assets will respond from nearby Caribbean water. And guess who is sitting right in the middle of this two-sided geographical war? Trinidad and Tobago. This island could become the parking lot between the two militaries. Scared investors leave, tourists die, ports get militarized, sea routes get blocked. This is not fantasy. This is exactly what happened to Lebanon in 1980s. It got crushed between Syria, Israel and the US's interest. A small nation becomes the battlefield of giants. So yes, the headline says US-Venezuela tension, but the real economic body bag could be carried out by Trinidad and Tobago. A country that did nothing wrong, a country that simply wanted to sell gas, and now the gas is surrounded by warships. The question nobody in the mainstream media is asking is very, very simple. When superpowers fight for oil and gas, what happens to the little countries who are sitting on the top of that energy? Tonight, Trinidad and Tobago is learning the answer the hard way.
Wow. Those are the thoughts. While I put up another video for you, where's all the thoughts? No thoughts? What do you think? Nobody thinking? Oh gosh. Hey, this country sweet too bad, you know. Good evening. Anybody home? All right. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, good night, Pastor Google.
Good evening, sir. How are you? Good evening, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. You know, I listening to the conversation. All these news we get in foreign, local here and there concerning this thing between Venezuela and the US, and we're Trinidad fitting into this matter. I try to understand what it is or what can we do, or what are we doing? Are we waiting for this thing to happen? With all the news, are we waiting for this thing to happen for US to strike and the thing start? And what then? What it is? But we're talking a lot of different things, and like we're just waiting for this thing to happen. But when it happened, what? We just heard the situation with Trinidad, where our location of what are we doing? What is this we doing?
Well, you had to ask the government.
Yeah.
You had to ask the government that. I can't ask me that.
I will indirectly, but I just asked the question. I mean, it might look as though you asking, but indirectly, yeah, I just asking the question. You know?
All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening, Pastor Google.
Good evening, sir.
Well, Pastor Google, we're very rich, boy.
How are you? What's that?
Well, I say we're very rich. We're on the world map now. Remember back in the days when people used to ask you where Trinidad and Tobago is, and they used to mistake Trinidad and Tobago for Jamaica? Remember back in the good old days?
Yeah, people used to say Trinidad and Tobago is a place in Jamaica.
Yeah. well, they locate us very prim and proper, right? What for the wrong reasons? What for the wrong reasons? But yeah, now, have you heard that after this thing with Venezuela, do you know which country Trump is targeting next?
Well, I'm hearing that, but I'm not seeing it anywhere in the news, though.
Well, it is in the article, I know. I think this guy, one of the content creators, I think Mr. P.S. Robinson, talk about it, that he might target Nigeria.
Well, as I'm saying, I'm hearing that, but I'm not seeing it anywhere in the news.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So, I don't know. But interestingly enough, if it is true, that country also have a high amount of oil too. But also remember too, in that area, to Pastor Google, there's another area called Burkina Faso. And guess who's the president of Burkina Faso? All right. But Pastor Google, I don't know what to say now. You know? Trinidadians look for that. Trinidad and Tobagonians look for that. And yeah, this is, I don't know now. You know, you ever ask yourself, this could never happen to us? This is unreal. While we were looking at wars across the world, remember the days of when Iraq was invading Kuwait, the Gulf Wars, the Vietnam Wars, and we were saying, wow, look at that, what's going on in the other part of the world. It cannot happen to us. Well, and then it has some people who telling you here, do not rely on social media. Rely on the government. Pastor Google, tell me something. If the UNC, God forbid, was there during the time of COVID, you think they will handle the COVID situation properly?
Well, I think we have had this conversation many times, and everybody have come to the conclusion that no. All right? So I want to stick with the conversation that we're having. All right? All right, sir. Yeah, man.
Okay, well, you have a nice day.
Same to you. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Pastor Go. Good afternoon.
Hi, good
night,
evening.
in fact. Yes, you know, I'm listening to your program and things, right? And yes. Hello?
Caller, you need to load on your TV.
Somebody's talking to you right now.
You are talking to me, but you need to take off the TV or whatever you're listening to me on.
Take it off and lower it down.
Well, lower down, because I'm getting a terrible feedback in my ear.
All right, sorry. My apologies, Pastor Google.
Right,
you know,
thank you.
Because, you know, I want to say, I'm going to tell you, well, you're doing a good job of informing the people and things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the things that are going on in the country, really sad to know that we move from hero to zero in a short space of time, you know? And things happen that people, you know, like, I don't know if they're living in la la land, but you're letting the people know facts and the 9 facts, and I want to know what is the reason if this government we have, you know, have a line school then, and everybody learn to accept lies and get a degree. Because it's hard to see the truth in front of you, right? A government that was elevating us, had us on a positive trajectory, and you're seeing the dismantling of our country, and people want to defend that. I can't understand it. Something disturbing about that. Honestly, look at right now. You know, Standard. You know, Standard store.
Yeah, I played the video a while ago where they're sending homework.
Right. Imagine, since I can't remember, it's Standard. Standard moving on. People have to take note. Because when you see a prominent, there's like Standard leaving your country, you know something drastically wrong. And people sleeping and they will get up when they hear bombs dropping or something happening. But because right now we're in a real bad position with our revenues, you know what I mean? All these things, our gas deal, everything just dismantled. And I want to know if people not thinking about the future generation, our children, because we live our right life, going to school, making sure we got our secondary education, universities, thanks to our father of the nation, Dr. Eric Williams, I can't understand why. I don't know if it's because of race, but the people should understand we have to love our country. Somewhere or the other, we have to have some kind of compassion for this place called Trinidad and Tobago we live in. And if we don't do that, crap will smoke our pipe.
I hear you.
You understand? I want the people to know. You know what I mean? If you love TNT, we have to mobilize. You know what I mean? And come out and stop and talking. Them talking thing. We have to let the people know. Although they're trying to stymie us with SOEs and such. You know what I mean? We have to be vigilant and have some BAWS. You understand? So I won't keep you long because what I'm saying also is that, I feel a lot of people just want to come in on your program. Yeah. But sometimes the talk just go a little too long. You know what I mean? So that might turn up people. I'm just giving you, I don't want to say trying to dictate your program. Anyway, you have a blessed one tonight and keep this program.
Thank you.
People. Okay?
Thank you. Yeah, man.
All right.
United States President Donald Trump is tonight shooting down concerns of any war with Venezuela. But he warns that Nicolas Maduro's days in office are numbered.
And the Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar is reaffirming Trinidad and Tobago's commitment to regional anti-drug operations led by the United States.
As we hear in this report by Jesse Ramdale, Persad-Bissessar insists the country remains at peace with its South American neighbor.
U.S. President Donald Trump believes Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro's days are numbered, signaling in a recent interview continued pressure from Washington on the Maduro administration against narco-trafficking.
Are Maduro's days as president numbered?
I would say, yeah. I think so, yeah.
And this issue of potential land strikes in Venezuela, is that true?
I don't tell you that. I mean, I'm not saying it's true or untrue, but I wouldn't be inclined to say that I would do that. But because I don't talk to a reporter about whether or not I'm going to strike.
Trump was asked directly whether or not the U.S. was going to war with Venezuela as the presence of U.S. military assets continues to add anxiety in the Caribbean.
Are we going to war against Venezuela?
I doubt it. I don't think so, but they've been treating us very badly, not only on drugs. They've dumped hundreds of thousands of people into our country that we didn't want. People from prisons, they emptied their prisons into our country.
Responding to questions about President Trump's position, Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar said her government will continue to support the U.S. military drug interdiction exercises within the region. Persad-Bissessar also dismissed speculation and panic that erupted on Friday amid online rumors of possible military action affecting Trinidad and Tobago, accusing political opponents and social media actors of fueling unnecessary fear. She said there have been no military strikes within our territorial waters and there have been no requests from the U.S. military to use our territory for any strikes against drug cartels inside of Venezuela or in international waters. Asked whether U.S. kinetic operations have affected illegal drug trafficking, Persad-Bissessar said there are clear signs as the prices of marijuana and cocaine have climbed. The Prime Minister reiterated that the government continues to monitor the situation closely and will keep citizens informed of any credible threat. Jesse Ramdale, CNC3 News.
Well, Venezuelan opposition member Jose Brito has sided with Nicolas Maduro's administration in condemning Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar for supporting U.S. military activity in the Caribbean.
Brito accused of endorsing violence and ignoring Caribbean lives, calling TNT's alignment with Washington disloyal. He claimed the country is being used as a base for hostile operations and warned that foreign intervention supporters will be rejected.
Concerns are growing along Toco's coastline, where fishermen say the fear of a lingering U.S. military presence is keeping them closer to shore and away from their livelihoods.
With no clear word from authorities, some residents are bracing for the worst, worried that the economic ripple effects could soon hit home. Shane Superville has more in this report.
Days after the USS Gravely left TNT shores, there are concerns that the U.S. military presence may not be far away, as counter-drug trafficking operations appear to be far from over. On Sunday, Reuters International reported that 2 U.S. military vessels were somewhere in the waters immediately around Trinidad and Tobago as part of ongoing military operations against suspected drug runners. CNC3 News spoke with Celibia fishermen who said they received a warning from police not to venture too far out to sea. But according to some of their fellow boaters, the danger around the east coast was real.
Also, the rumor they say a military boat had board a boat across outside the rig. It's about 29 miles offshore, and ramsacked the boat and just jump back in the boat and gone.
He said while he could not verify whether such an incident happened, another lifelong boater, Roger Maraj, says he was unaware of any such activities.
No, I don't really see anything because we're on the east side here now. You understand? We're on the east side, me see nothing like that.
But Toco businessman Kerry Arthur says while nobody wants to panic, in the absence of any clear messaging from the government, many Toco residents can only prepare in their own way and hope for the best.
From the government, we're not really getting any direct information, but we're just reading how things happening. With the alert last week, it wouldn't be wise to just hear something like that happening and not prepare yourself or not do anything about it.
Arthur also says while a slowdown in fishing activities hasn't been directly felt, a lack of revenue from fisherfolk will have a direct impact on the microeconomies of seaside communities like Toco. Fishermen who rely on the open sea for their livelihood are scanning the waters, not just for fish, but for any signs of a U.S. military presence which can potentially exacerbate regional tensions right on our doorstep. And while there hasn't been any official confirmation as to whether or not there really is a U.S. Navy vessel off the coast of Toco, communities on this quiet coastline are still uneasy, as they say they can only respond to emergencies if and when it happens. And while the rumors are unverified, the anxiety felt is still very much real. Shane Superville, CNC3 News.
All right, so what is your view? You all hearing all of this? The opposition in Venezuela have a problem with our Prime Minister. The opposition in Venezuela? Olio, I don't know what to say now. I don't know what to say. Hello, good evening, caller.
Pastor, good night.
Good evening again.
First to begin, Pastor, the lady, I don't know if she's from India or Pakistan, where was she from? Hello?
Yeah, hearing you loud and clear.
Yeah, the first video showed the lady, I don't know if it's India or Pakistan she's from. She looks like an accent, so I don't know where she's from. But you know the UNC people want to say she's PNM.
How they could say that?
You can't have it.
Well, yeah. Come now.
You know, you use it all with the content of the people really is.
Well, yeah, don't do me that now. Don't do me that.
You have no, hey, you have no idea how ridiculous people is. You get to have them blind. It's about blind defenders and that's how it is.
Yeah, but I don't think that they would look at a woman who doing a whole news article, a whole news item.
You believe they will say that PNM AI.
They will say that is PNM AI.
You can't have it.
Anyway.
Blind defenders. It's blind defenders. Anyhow. That being said, what Lady saying is exactly true. Right? What she's saying is what the local media not saying. Nobody in the local media could talk down your hand because they get fired.
You really think so?
The local media is censored.
You think so?
I know so.
You heard the attack one of the government ministers did to Kejon Haynes?
Yeah.
You heard that whole video? You hear how that minister bully Kejon?
Kejon Haynes, yeah.
Nah, you didn't hear that one. That man said some things about Kejon that, Bridget, sorry, but
the local media is censored. Anybody ask any kind of question, they will get fired. You ask you one question, you know a pastor, you have a mayor personnel, ask you one question, tomorrow morning you get a pink slip.
Well, I know you just get suspended and thing. I know that has happened. A certain media house, when you're talking truth, just want to tell you,
certain
there are certain media houses from the time you start to talk truth.
Yeah,
truth.
Letter.
You're going home. Well, again, suspension.
Yeah, letter. So
don't talk no truth. Talk truth in your house. Talk truth on your live. Don't talk no truth in their house, in that building.
No. That building is not for that.
Nah, don't talk no truth here. We're not on truth. We are lies.
Yeah,
propaganda.
They don't get paid for that. Anyhow, like I say, the media, what I is saying is exactly what's happening. It's exactly that's the reality we live in. It's the local media is censored. So the cat you observe certain questions are not being asked. You see all again specialists. What I'm saying, if you don't face anybody answer a question, all again specialists. And who are them specialists who they can say she said, but how you not sure is that?
All right.
Then can put a paragraph, and that's what she the whatever, and they say that she said, and she said that because we always are specialists. You this government, we're anything on specialists, nothing else. Anyway, I'm some space for others. I don't want others behind.
Yeah, man.
Have a good night.
Same to you. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Caller. Caller, you are live. Caller, you are live going once. Caller, you are live going twice. Caller number. Okay, so you're not ready, caller. Let me take another caller. Good evening.
Good evening, Pastor Google.
Yes, sir.
You know what happened? When the Prime Minister talking about the drugs and how it have less drugs and how everything is going good on. Now, you see, I don't like to say things that maybe ain't good to say, so I would say.
Thank you. Don't say it. If you know it ain't good to say,
no.
If you know it ain't good to say, don't say it.
You see, up to now, she talking about all these things. She talking about the OPVs them.
Nah, well.
What was the OPVs them that man?
I wouldn't expect, but I would not expect the Prime Minister to talk about that. They were against it. Why would they come now and say, well, the OPV was for so and so? No.
So so she trying to say she bring down the army from the United States to block the drug from coming to Trinidad.
Yes.
That's what she do.
Well, I don't know.
You see, that is what I'm saying. Something wrong somewhere.
Something wrong? Something wrong?
You have 3 OPVs that coming to do the same work that America security were doing down here.
All right.
You not saying nothing about it, and nobody and talk about the OPVs again. So
Okay.
I want to know how long these American troops will stay in Trinidad for we not to get jobs coming to Trinidad. So that one. The other one is that the lady who will play the clip off. I know that everybody know that. I don't know how the government will know all that going on. But I leave it. Thank God for China and Russia that America want to let go nothing yet. Later.
Thank you very much. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Pastor Google.
Good evening, sir.
I listened to that clip from it seems to be an Indian reporter, and it seems as though that person got her information almost correct, but not completely so. Where she went on to say that Trinidad did no wrong. That is furthest from the truth. I don't know whoever gave her information didn't tell her all that our Prime Minister, our dear Prime Minister, said and done about kill them violently and how she will not stand and watch Guyana Venezuela attack Guyana and all of those things. Our Prime Minister is responsible for implicating us and putting us in the middle of where we are today.
Right.
And I think we're missing that.
Okay.
Missing that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Thank you very much, caller. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Pastor Booker. Good night.
Good night.
Callers. Yeah, you see how we're happening in Trinidad now. We have to blame the leader of the UNC. You understand the kind of things she's saying? You understand? Them don't know nothing about diplomacy. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to deal with people in high places in government. You understand? They reckless in everything they're doing. It's just about themselves. They just care about themselves. You understand? What's going on in all their ministries? Most of them ministries, they're moving out Africans and putting in St. John.
I ain't know that one.
You ain't know that?
No, I ain't know that.
You ain't seen?
Well, I don't be in the ministries, so I wouldn't know.
So you ain't seen the news?
All right, Papa.
I hear you.
I hear you. I will check it out.
Yeah, so that, I don't know, you're making things with Venezuela, the opposition in Venezuela. You understand? You're creating a sort of mayhem. And that could leave a real damning effect on the economy of the country. You understand? You reach quite all over the world. You know, you put Trinidad on the map in a negative way all over the world. And that would have serious economic consequence for the country.
All right. All right, then.
You
Thank you.
understand? You hear me?
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Hello, good evening, Pastor.
All right, good evening, sir. You know hearing me?
Hello.
Caller? Hello?
Hello?
Are you hearing me? Okay, you need to call back. You need to check your phone. I don't know what's going on there. But you need to check your phone, caller.
Yeah. Bam 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 bam. Oh yeah. Hey. The UNC crew is like a wrecking ball as soon as they.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Pastor.
You hearing me on your phone or you hearing me where?
I'm hearing you very well.
On the phone?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
The Honorable Prime Minister said on the news on TV6 this evening that she spoke to one of our favorite reporters, Joe Brown, that the blowing up of the vessels by the United States is working because she has information that cocaine and marijuana prices have gone up. And figures were called. Now, I don't know where she getting figures from to convince me that these 15 boats that were blown up has resulted in cocaine and marijuana prices going up and they quoted US dollars, and that it has not affected fishing. Now, that is TV6. But as you just played, that people on the East Coast fishermen on the East Coast are seeing a bit of trouble as far as their fishing is concerned. Now, in other words, you are telling me, because you want to be in support of what the United States is doing without evidence, without how we see procedure, that what they are doing is working for Trinidad and Tobago. Pastor Google, this Prime Minister is loco. If we don't want to accept that, I want to accept what she is telling Jules Brown, that prices in weed that people could grow in the back of the house and cocaine has been elevated basis the fact of what America is doing over the last couple weeks and months, and it is benefiting Trinidad and Tobago. Well, then wait till we have a state of emergency continuing for. Why a continuation of the state of emergency if you are telling me that what the United States is doing is beneficial to Trinidad and Tobago as far as weed and cocaine is concerned, and that it has not affected the price of fish, because fishermen going out normal and fishing, when we know different. So then why extension of the state of emergency? To catch who? Your concern was that people are dying in the country because of cocaine and so on. But you're saying now it's working. Just today is Monday, just Friday, you was in the parliament asking the opposition to vote to continue a state of emergency. So you get evidence over this weekend that, hey, what all you're doing is working. But you come Friday to ask for a continuum on the state of emergency. Pastor Google, who fooling who? And people accepting these things and saying, yeah, it's working, really working, but because prices gone up. Where's the evidence of that? Where's the evidence? But you know what? The president of Colombia has reported Kamala Persad-Bissessar to the ICC.
Which news that on?
I got that information by certain people.
Oh, so that was our news, guys.
I will have to I will get it for you and let you know, for sure.
Okay, I get excited, Dave. You have to go and play that one time.
I got that information, that she has been reported by the president of Colombia to the ICC. So we will see where that goes. Because she is aiding and she was even akin to a case with a Philippine president. But that she is aiding and abetting the president of the United States. So we'll see where that goes.
Logan and Ramdeen might get her off.
Logan and Ramdeen might
get her off.
And I want to tell you something else as well. I am of the firm view that these SOEs is to concoct business for certain lawyers. Because I'll tell you why. Remember what happened between 2010 and 2015? When after the SOE and people will have to be let go, they took the government, whichever government it was, to court. And they got money. This government is doing the same thing all over again. And there are people being arrested but not charged. So what do you think will happen when SOE done? And people are no longer charged. But when they come out and they take lawyer to get money from who? Not from the government, not from Kamla Prasad Bissessa and a crony government, but from you and me, Pastor Google. And we now have to turn up and pay these people who are arrested but not charged. As far as I am concerned, this is all for certain attorneys to make money. Because as said it between 2010 and 2015, arrest them and we go find a reason later. But what do you think happening right now? What do you really think happening? Pastor Google, this is all about money. All about money. And we the people who done catching me royal already to pay public officers and to pay people got to find money to pay all these people who have been under detention for the last couple months well. You understand? This is what is happening in Trinidad and Tobago. And we have to look at these things and understand. But you see, voting have consequences. We keep telling people voting or not voting has consequences. And we will eventually have to pay and or go to the IMF and or the value. Have a good evening.
Same to you, sir. Thank you very much. Well.
Charge the economy fall. The decisions are like a top that's continuously spinning. They said everyone would win, but no one is winning.
The nation were warned, they were all told, but no one listened. They couldn't see what the future hold. There is so much unhappiness, chaos and frustration. A drunk and a cabinet of bubbleheads are running this nation.
Smashity smash. This government horrible. Smashity smash. Only hurting the vulnerable. Smashity smash. All the families they rob. Smashity smash. Only taking people.
Hello, good evening.
Good night, Pastor. You hear me now?
I hear you loud and clear now. Better.
All right, thanks very much. Hey, Pastor, was good to see you after the confusion Friday we had. And I just want to make a contribution to that.
You saw me?
Taking place. Well, I'm glad to see you come out because I've seen people going and hiding all of a sudden. So I'm glad to see you come out.
But you was there?
Nah, I wasn't away. I wasn't around.
So how you say it's good to see me?
I'm referring to I've seen some influencers going into hiding. So I've seen you coming out. So I said glad. I'm glad to see you.
Oh, that's what you mean.
But I ain't want to go into that culture now. Anyway, Pastor, and what happened on Friday, right? The whole nation was disoriented. When that ship left Friday, did we get an impression that the operation that they was doing was concluded? Remember, that's a communication ship, eh? So if they leave Friday, if they left what day it was the day before, and they continue to go their way, we got an alert that over the social media that the army get called into a stage 1 posture etc., take place. The Prime Minister come out, she doesn't know anything about it. What that telling you? That telling you that this is America trying to get into a mode of invasion. They was looking at us. They was analyzing us to see how we operate, to see how we think. Traffic jam all in the Port of Spain, people scampering your hand, this one at last minute saying to go home half day. It was a chaos. And that is how they wanted to see how we operate. And it was the call, if the Prime Minister come and say she wasn't aware, where the army get the information? And if the army was in a joint exercise with another sovereign nation, obviously the exercise is still going on. In fact, that's another thing, You play the video from the Times India just now. And notably, it was said we are in the middle of a crossfire. Now, I just want to say something. The Prime Minister, you played the video last week, the former Prime Minister kept telling us that it have some people celebrating the Dragon deal and didn't come through where it could fall through. They're celebrating. But he also emphasized while they're celebrating, right, they have their bounty stashed. So what that means, just now, a couple of hours ago, we played a video, it emphasizing nutrition closed down, business closing down, we head into a devaluation. People who have their US currency stashed, is they who benefit from a devaluation. And all this now, you're seeing how a warship is coming into the country, and the region, before the 12th of November. You hear Tanku saying, I don't know what date they're going to negotiate or start negotiation for the 10%, knowing that when it was in Parliament in the committee stages asking which fiscal year is this money going to be given to pay out? No answer. There's nothing going to happen. It's either that there's a conflict on the horizon, and the last thing I have to say, if there's a conflict, God forbid, the people that I am seeing, the corporations that may be ready and may have money accessible for that sort of devastation is the ones that was recently highly awarded this total extra sum of money. So we're playing into a playbook right now. Pastor, this is my contribution for tonight.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Always appreciate hearing from you as one of the youths on this frequency on Constructive Talk.
Taking people job, causing the country so much pain, taking our nation down the drain, they destroy the economy, they don't care about nobody. The drunk, the non-existent prime minister, the butcher, nothing more than a job destroyer. The finance minister that is full of it, gave the nation a smart man budget.
Foreign affairs minister who loves to lie and grin, a political hoe that put a throw in a bin, a flip-flopping leader who spins like a top, making decisions like she in a rum shop.
This government horrible, only hurting the vulnerable. All the families they rob, only taking people job, causing the country so much pain, taking our nation down the drain. They destroy the economy, they don't care about nobody. The minister of legal affairs full of tricks, like when he went to school he didn't learn mathematics, always embarrassing himself with some strange comments, making a fool of himself in the parliament.
When he had to learn mathematics, he had to cram. He doesn't know the difference between grams and kilograms. Apparently when he did geography, he was also very slow. He said that people living in the forest at Tobago. This government horrible, only hurting the vulnerable. All the families they rob, only taking people job, causing the country so much pain, taking our nation down the drain.
about nobody.
Talk facts, not politics. It's been 6 months since the UNC took office, and in that short time, our economy has taken hits that usually take years. October 2025, Nutrien shut down in Point Lisas. That's ammonia and urea production gone. Exports down, jobs at risk, confidence shaken. Venezuela suspended energy cooperation, threatening the Dragon Gas project and investor trust. Then in September, S&P revised our national credit outlook to negative. That means higher borrowing costs and less investor confidence. Even during COVID, the PNM kept our outlook stable. Now, the numbers. Foreign exchange reserves fell from 5.3 to 4.6 billion, US a 13% drop in 4 months. Import cover fell to 5.4 months. Debt climbed to 84% of GDP. And growth turned negative again, minus 0.8%. This isn't global pressure alone, it's policy management. When the PNM faced crisis, they held the line. When the UNC faced recovery, they reversed it. We're seeing faster reserve loss, deeper debt, and growing uncertainty. And when the economy shakes, it's not politicians who feel it. It's the worker, the small business owner, the family trying to stretch a dollar. This isn't about red or yellow. It's about accountability. Because at this pace, the reserves may run out faster than the excuses.
Finance Minister Devendranath Thakur has given the green light for the Chief Personnel Officer to proceed with the proposed 10% wage negotiations for public servants. However, Thakur acknowledged that the CPO still has a few prerequisites to finalize before face-to-face negotiations with the Public Services Association can begin. Therefore, the minister could not provide an exact date for negotiations to commence. However, PSA President Felicia Thomas is anticipating that the meeting with CPO Commander Dr. Daryl Dindial could happen within the next few days.
So they were in the process of doing the calculations. I anticipate that probably by the end of this week, early next week, we should be getting a response from the CPO, but nevertheless, I will be following up with further correspondence.
Thomas explained that the 10% increase will be split over 2 negotiating periods, meaning a 5% increase for the 2014 to 2016 period and another 5% for the 2017 to 2019 period. The PSA president said she is still confident her members will get their back pay by Christmas.
Calculation should have been done for 4%. It is just a matter of adjusting the calculation already done to cater for 10%. So notwithstanding the minister has announced to put an offer of 10%, we would still have to discuss distribution, whether it be 3-1-1.
Meanwhile, Minister Thakur said he would be unable to provide an estimated cost for these negotiations as the process has to be completed first.
The minister gave the answer that there is no 10% agreement. There is no need to make an allowance. The minister gave the answer that there is no 10% agreement. There is no need to make an allowance. The minister gave the answer that there is no 10% agreement. There is no need to make an allowance, that the negotiations have not started. Exactly. If my memory serves me correct, the minister had even further gone into particulars to say that the percentage increase which may or may not arise from the negotiation is a matter entirely beyond his purview and lies solely within the bailiwick of the Chief Personnel Officer.
Correct.
Trinidad, to leave here, boy, you must be mad. This is the land of milk and honey, rum and coke and easy money. While those verses we were singing, alarm bells kept on ringing. Pundits on each pulpit saying, oh heart and our soul decaying. Suddenly we wake up police, unruly ISIS, while sweet revenge gangs exacting. Police commissioner still acting Trinbago. It's high time we separate the goat from the sheep. Tell them talk is cheap. We're caught in the world when they have to reap, while them police busy playing hide and seek. We're facing the world when we had to reap. Hey, oh yeah, save our land, Trinidad and Tobago. Oh yeah, in our schools, kids getting on. We're fighting, making porn. Our school girls, you won't believe. Live MMA, they pulling weave. Check the vibes, they're living by. Dance all slackness, get rich or die. Alkaline to Movado. Mention Mike Stroke, they don't know. No morals, no ethics. There is a centrifugal black hole. Lord, we must move quick to wake their conscience and save their soul. So long we've been hearing evil triumphs when good men do nothing. No triggers pump while words be fraughting, and while church attendance real low. Protest back plus them casino, while black market prices haggling. Through our ports, big guns they smuggling. Spanish women are hot like their music. Saucy salsa, human traffic, Trinbago. We can't wait. The devil making hay while we sleep. Tell them talk is cheap. We're caught in the world when we have to reap, while we look on them as more mothers who weep. We're facing the world when we had to reap. Oh yeah. Oh no. Now the nation's soul has been revealed. How they find Shannon Banfield. Busy street, yes, in our city. Killed by beasts who show no pity. No.
Because she's going to be working from home for the next 5 years. Have a good night.
To the caller who called just now, could you call back, please? The caller who called just now, could you call back? The caller was just talking to. Could you call back, please? All right, so the caller who I spoke to just now, could you call back, please? I'd appreciate it if you just call back now. All right, so the caller who just called me here. All right, so I think we had some technical difficulties just now. So I think, yeah, we had some technical difficulties just now. Caller?
Yes?
Yeah, we had some technical difficulties just now. So that's why I tell you to call back to make your contribution again.
Well, what I was telling you is that I have found out why it is Kamala Persad-Bissessar is working from home. And I'm indicating to you, I'm telling you that there's a reason why, and that is because she's not well. And that for the next 5 years, she will be working from home. There's a reason. She will not be working from Whitehall. Right? I have found out the reason why. I cannot divulge it over the air. All I can say is that she is not well. And the information that I have is not for me to give out. All I can say is simply that she will not be working out of Whitehall for the next 5 years. She'll be working from home, I can guarantee you that.
Okay.
Right? I have received certain information, and she's not well.
Okay.
And she will be home for the next 5 years. You see, when Dr. Rowley was traveling abroad, and everybody wanted to know what is the reason why he was traveling abroad. You understand? They were saying he's sick and he this and he that, and even Patrick Manning, when he went to have his surgery, they wanted to see the cut and they wanted to see all of this, but they're hiding Kamala Prasad-Bissessar issues. But I got to find out. And I am telling you, there's a reason why she is working from home. And she's working from home because she is not well. And she will not be working out of Whitehall. It is more convenient for her to work from home. And that is where she will be working from for the next 5 years. Yes? And you don't want to believe me? It's all your business. But I have received pertinent information which I will not reveal publicly. I will tell you, Pastor Google, off air, if you so desire. But I will not be revealing that for public consumption. It will be recorded. But I am telling you, she'll be working from home for the next 5 years. Have a good evening.
Same to you, sir. All right. The time now in Trinidad and Tobago, it is 9 minutes past 11. A Life in the Word Prophetic Cathedral invites you to just worship.
This is personal to you. Lift it up and say, and I will not be silent.
From 7 p.m. at 166 Pointe-a-Pierre Road, Vista Bella, San Fernando.
He's a healer. He's a sustainer. He's a provider. Everything I need, he has provided. Everything I needed, he has provided. He has been good. Right when I didn't know how I was going to make it, he always showed up. He always.
Bring your family and friends to just worship.
The information provided by the speakers and/or presenter on Facebook and YouTube is for general informational purposes only. All information is provided in good faith. However, Constructive Talk makes no representation or warranty of any kind, express or implied, regarding the accuracy, adequacy, validity, reliability, availability, or completeness of this information.
Trinidad, it's back for 2 nights only. The explosive hit comedy stage play by Alan Charles. Why Didn't I Get Married? It's not good for a man to be alone. But what about the black woman? Is the church guilty of keeping women single? Or is there really a man shortage? Come laugh, cry, and think at a show that's more than a play. It's a conversation, not for the easily offended. Saturday, 1st November, 7 p.m. at USC Auditorium, Maracas, St. Joseph. Sunday, 9th November, 6 p.m. at Sapa, San Fernando. Tickets for the USC campus, $200 in advance, $225 at the door. Tickets for Sapa, $225 in advance, and $250 at the door. Get them at USC campus, A&A Pharmacy, Port of Spain, Maranatha Bookshop, San Fernando, Living Legacy Pharmacy, Arima, or online at theticketsellers.co.uk. Why Didn't I Get Married? Don't miss the comedy that everyone will be talking about. Brought to you by the University of the Southern Caribbean and Focus Arts Promotions.
You give your hand to me, and let me say hello, and I can hardly speak. My heart is beating so, and everyone can tell. You think you know me well, well you
Hey guys, I am Nigel O'Connor, a singer for all seasons. I am that voice that moves you for every occasion. I am that voice that celebrates life moments one note at a time. I am Nigel O'Connor. You can contact me at 783-0054 or 754-3154. And oh yes, that's me singing in the background.
I recall more than 3 decades ago, a senior telecommunications manager, let's call him Michael. And Michael was assigned to the task of presenting the government's position at a regional conference. Michael struggled and visibly trembled, especially since he presented after the retired North American ambassador, who had the audience in stitches, laughing up every word. I'm Dr. Madonna Dodd. And I made a silent vow then to help people like Michael, who are technically competent, but who struggle and succumb to fear when speaking in public. Now, as a communications architect, I partner with organizations and individual leaders to transform their leadership presence, including the way they express themselves. So, if your goal is to amplify your authentic voice, influence others, and lead with confidence, join me from October 28th to November 11th for our Communicate with Confidence online course. To all the Michaels, it's possible to overcome fear, step fully into your role, and lead with confidence.
During our 3 weeks course, I gained a lot of knowledge and insight on how to communicate with confidence using the different techniques and skills taught. Another thing that resonated for me is the fact that the same way singers prepare their voice, increase their lung capacity by eating healthy, doing the necessary breathing exercises, is the same way someone who is going to present should also prepare their voice. For persons who are interested in participating in this course, I say go for it, because you too will be able to find your coping skills, or how the runners and they just psych up themselves when they're on the start line before they start to be focused to finish that race. You would be able to find your coping mechanism.
Say they like it. Hey. Whoa.
calling your best friend. Some of them coming out your life to cause problem. Some woman will do anything to get a man. Sweat rice, rubber bush on the Sam. So tell your friend all your man business. You talking, she making a checklist. While you bossing, I'm a friend from senior sec. She by the Obia man sacrificing your neck once they walk in. Watch them. Some all your good best friend in. Trust me. But some of them just play the camashas. Always talking about morals and standards. But the slitting both pig and chicken neck. Just to get the best friend hot fun for some sex. Cause they walk in. Watch them. Some all your good best friend in. Trust me. Look. Stop it. Wait. I said they walk in. I said they like it. Hey. I said they walk in. Don't say I say, but this is what I hear. Some Californians do it with competition, yeah. They saying why the soca artists in the thing. But before soca is called so I started in. So, yes, I'm holding my arms, I call rounder. Don't want nobody pass and bouncing my shoulder. I walk with blue.
Alright, so let me say thank you to all of you for being with me live this evening on Constructive Talk. Thank you very, very much for being a part of Constructive Talk today. Tomorrow, please God, I'm going to try to have my Member of Parliament, Mr. Brian Manning, on, where we will be able to talk about the budget, talk about what's going on in San Fernando, the allocations, talk, just for you to call in also and interact with him, and be aware of what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago. That's basically what I try to do here. What I try to do here is to just make you aware of all that's happening in Trinidad and Tobago and the extension of the world. So again, let me say thank you to all of you for being with me today. Thank you for all of you for being with me today on Constructive Talk. Talk to you guys tomorrow, please God, where we're going to continue to educate and inform. I'm seeing tomorrow where the opposition is having a press conference. What time is that press conference? Let me know so that you would be aware of what's happening in Trinidad and Tobago. Alright, so press conference for the opposition is held tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. 10:30 a.m. A press conference. Alright, so it says, join Honorable Penelope A. Beckles, leader of the opposition, and MP for Arima, the Honorable Marvin Gonzalez, and Senator Dr. Amory Brown, for a media conference addressing current issues and matters alright, to Trinidad and Tobago. Alright, so it starts at 10:30 a.m. I'm not sure if I'm going to be there. Alright, I'm not sure if I'm going to be there, but if I'm there, I will ask relevant questions that would make you guys, but I know that you guys will want to know. One of the questions I feel they want to know is if there will be a protest. Only leave me alone. Have a good evening. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Please God, be safe. Thank you again for joining me and being with me on Constructive Talk. All right. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Who is like you? The weight of who you are, there are no words that can carry. And we know that it says in the word of God that his thoughts are higher than our thoughts and his ways are higher than our ways. And there are so many mysteries in him that we don't even know yet. He is so great, so wonderful, so amazing. And this morning we just want to worship him. Oh. like you, oh Lord? Who is like you? Who is like you, oh Lord? Who is like you? The weight of who you are, no words can carry. Who is like you, oh Lord? Who is like you? The weight of who you are, no words can carry. Who is like you, oh Lord? Who is like you? Everybody say, like you, oh Lord. If you've got it, just sing with us, say, who is like you? Who is like you, Lord? There's no one like the Lord. The weight of who you are, there are no words that can carry your weight. Who is like you? Oh, who is like you? Say, who is like you, Lord?
Alright, so I came back on because I wanted to ask you guys to please make your contributions to Constructive Talk. Please make your contributions to Constructive Talk, because I am really reaching to the point where really all I can say is that I need you guys to make your contributions. Please make your contributions to Constructive Talk. Alright, please make your contributions to Constructive Talk. Alright, I really need you guys to do that. Please, thank you.
No eyes have seen it. You are worthy, oh God. Worthy God. One more time, say the depths of who you are. No eyes have seen it. You are worthy, oh God. Worthy, oh God. Worthy, oh God. Say you are worthy, say you are worthy. Let the Lord hear your voice say. You want to see your Father seated on the throne? Yeah. With the angels surrounding the throne, crying, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty. This temple is filled with His glory. This temple is filled with His glory. Say, worthy, Lord. Worthy are you, O God. You are the Lamb of God that was slain for our transgressions. Worthy. You want to switch it up? Say, who is like you? Say, among the gods and among the lords, who is like you? You are glorious in holiness, fearful in praises. Who is like, who is like, who is like? One more time, say, who is like you, God? Who is like, yeah. Woo. Oh, Jesus, who is like, who is like?
are worthy to receive all the honor, all the power belongs to you forever. You are worthy, worthy. Lift up your hands in this place, say worthy. Say who is like you, who is like you, who is like. When we searched all over, we found there was nobody. We tried other things, oh, but we found that there is only one day. There is only one God. He is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the one who never breaks his promises. Oh, he is the God who brings water from a rock. Hey, he is the God who takes his people through the desert. He is a miracle working God, the one who is able to raise the dead, the one who is able to heal the lame, the one who is able to heal cancer, the one who is able to remove depression, the one who is able to break generational curses. He is able, he is able, he is able, he is mighty, he is glorious, he is powerful, he is Jesus, he is Jesus. Say you are worthy. Worthy God. Worthy God, worthy. Worthy God, worthy. Worthy God, worthy. Sing the song until you believe it. Sing the song until your soul knows it. Sing the song until you believe it. Say the depths of who you are. No one has seen it. You are worthy. You are worthy. Say the depths of who you are. No eyes have seen it. You are worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy. You say the depths of who no eyes have seen it. Yeah, that's real good. So you are worthy. You are worthy. The depths of who you are. Oh Lord, we come offering praises to you. We salute Father, Spirit, and Son, for it's the least that we can do. We magnify your name. Be exalted in this place, for there is no one else like you. Righteous and faithful
true. We lift our hands and sing all praises to the King of matchless worth, of matchless worth.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2, 3. Mic check 1, 2, 3. Sound check 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Sound check 1, 2, 3. Well, yeah, I'm doing that sound check because I don't know what. Just now I was trying to tell you guys to make sure and make your contribution. Right? So just now I was trying to tell you guys to make sure and make your contribution towards Constructive Talk. And I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. So if you're like here, those of you who are on the line, just okay, so those of you who are hearing me, if you are on the live still, if you're hearing me, put some thumbs up. Put some thumbs up for me, please, if you're hearing me. Alright, because I don't know what's going on. So if you're hearing me, put some thumbs up, please. If you're hearing me loud and clear, put some thumbs up. Because I was trying to make I'm trying to say to you guys to don't forget to make your contributions. Alright? Please, if you're hearing me, put some thumbs up. I'm actually waiting to see if you all are hearing me. So if you're hearing me, put some thumbs up, please. Facebook, nobody on Facebook, so I could end the Facebook live. But if you are on YouTube and you're hearing me, put some thumbs up. Hear me loud and clear? Clear, clear, clear. Too loud. Very good. Too good. Tremendously good. Put some thumbs up for me, please. People on Facebook, you all hearing me? Alright, so Bonnie put in 2 thumbs up. Alright. Somebody said loud and clear. Thank you very much to that person who's put loud and clear. Thank you very, very much for your input. So I'm actually asking people on Facebook now. Anybody on Facebook? Nobody on Facebook? Anybody on Facebook hearing me loud and clear? Just put loud and clear for me. Alright, so I'm just saying, just reminding you guys, remember to make your contributions at First Citizen Bank. Alright, please and thanks. I would just say please and thanks. Alright, please and thanks. Make your contributions to First Citizen Bank. I would really appreciate it if you make your contributions at First Citizen Bank. So nobody on Facebook that's on to tell me if you're hearing me loud and clear? Nobody on Facebook? Okay, cool. Some thumbs up for me, please. People on Facebook, you will hear me? Alright, so Bonnie put in 2 thumbs up. Alright. Somebody said loud and clear. Thank you very much.